Hi everyone, I'm Yvonne from Tian-Jin Temple. Thank you for joining us today. Tian-Jin Temple is located on Smith Avenue, Burnaby. Tian-Jin Temple is not just a place for worship, it's also a non-profit charity. We offer community classes such as yoga, line dance, and every Saturday afternoon from 3 to 5 p.m. We have a program called Senior Happy Hour. During the time, all the seniors are welcome to join us, enjoying free afternoon tea and making new friends here. Nowadays, there are many people, when they hear about being a vegetarian or a vegan, they will think about it's related to the personal religion. But in fact, there are more and more people become a vegetarian or vegan nowadays. It's not related to their personal religion. It's just simply for their personal health concern. Now there are more and more studies from different health-related organizations mention the health benefits of a vegetarian diet, such as vegetarian diet can lower your blood pressure, and vegetarian diet is good for your heart issue because you are taking less cholesterol. You can lower your cholesterol level, and also vegetarian diets can promote your bone health, such as arthritis, which is the medical condition that you will have pain for inflammation of your joint, or osteoporosis. That is the medical condition that your bone become fragile and brittle. Also, vegetarian diet can prevent and treat type 2 diabetes. Of course, there are much more health benefits other than the one I just mentioned earlier. And also, being a vegetarian or a vegan is not just mean eating a lot of vegetables only, but the most important is having balanced nutrients. That's the most important part. But since vegetarians or vegans, they cannot eat any kinds of meats, then they have to find an alternative source of good protein, such as different types of beans and all kinds of nuts. For example, you can simply swap bean products into your meals, like having a tofu salad or having a bean burritos or chili soups for your meal, and then having some soy drink or almond milk with some mixed nuts, a snack. Now there are some foods labeled as superfood because they are not just rich in nutrients, but also they have high level of antioxidant, which is good for preventing certain types of illness or even certain types of cancer. Superfoods can be found easily in any grocery store around you. For example, you can find kales. Kales is a dark leafy greens that is rich in vitamin C, K, and also calcium. And we know it can promote our bone health. Also, you can find spinach. Spinach is also dark leafy greens. It's rich in folate. And folate is an important nutrient that can help us making healthy red blood cell. Also, broccoli. Broccoli is rich in vitamin C and iron. And these two nutrients together can help the body to absorb iron better. Also, you can find different types of beans in grocery store, either cashew, walnuts, almonds, or soybeans. Beans are used for repairing and maintaining our body, like repairing, making new muscles. So superfoods are super easy to find in any grocery store. Also, besides vegetables, different types of nuts, olive oil, and avocados, they are also good foods. And they all have very good fats, which is heart healthy fats, which is good for preventing heart disease. That's why now I'm going to introduce everyone a very simple, very delicious, and also nutritious vegetarian dishes. It's called teriyaki tofu salad. First of all, we'll need a bowl and a plate of tofu, and I would dice them up into about 1 inch big, just like this. And you may want to have a kitchen towel, let it dry a little bit more, because you know that tofu, they come up with a lot of excess water, and when it's drier, it's easier to coat it with sauce and even powder. So have a plate of tofu, about like 300 grams is fine. Then I will add in some pepper. You can use either black pepper or white pepper. Then I will have 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. And 1 tablespoon of cooking oil. Then I will add 3 tablespoons of cornstarch. Cornstarch and oils are the key ingredient here to make it crispy after baking. Make sure every piece of tofu is coated with cornstarch. Nicely, evenly coated. And when they are nicely coated with cornstarch and the sauce, we place them onto the baking tray with the parchment papers on top. And try not to put them too close to each other. Then we put them into oven. We preheat the oven at 400 Fahrenheit degree. And let it bake for about 30 minutes until it turns crispy and golden brown color. And when the tofu is still baked, that's prepared for the teriyaki sauce. First of all, we need a saucepan. And then we will need 1/3 cup of soy sauce, a 1/4 cup of water, and 2 tablespoons of rice vinegar, 3 tablespoons of brown sugar, mix them first and make sure all the sugars has already dissolved. Then bring the saucepan over medium heat. Allow to bring the sauce, bring it to a simmer, and continue to stir it in case the sugars at the bottom it will start to get burned easily. And for the sugar, if you cannot find brown sugar at home, you can simply find any sweetener that you can find at home to replace it, like honey or maple syrup or coconut sugar. They're not just sweetener, they also have a lot of minerals inside, so which is good for your health too, not just the flavor. And for the vinegar, if you don't have rice vinegar, you can use any fruit vinegar like apple vinegar or plum vinegar. It doesn't matter. We just want to have some vinegar, some sugar to smooth the flavor. So the sauce is not only salty. It can be a little bit sweet, a little bit sour, a little bit salty, all mixed together. As I mentioned earlier, because vegetarians or vegan cannot eat any meats, so we need a lot of protein. Beans is a very good source of protein. Also, nuts has a lot of proteins. And there are 2 different types of protein: complete protein and incomplete protein. Soybeans is the one has all complete protein, so it's a really good one that you don't need to get any other protein from other vegetables or other meats in order to have sufficient nutrients. It has, because like protein has amino acid, and which is kind of the protein bond. Complete protein one is a very important one. Also, besides soybeans, quinoa is another grain that you can use. Now, a lot of vegetarian people, they will eat quinoa and soy sauce, like soybeans or almond milk. They're all good source of protein that you can get easily. Also, you can use that for 3 meals a day. Like you can just like I say, you can have like a cup of soy milk, or for some people they might not be able to to drink too much, to eat too much cream product, and they can switch into nut products like almond milk. Is another good choice. So you can drink almond milk, soy milk with some nuts, mixed nuts. The sauce is start to get simmer. Continue stirring it, and it will start to get thicker. The teriyaki sauce, when you after you making it, if you didn't finish at once, then you can keep some for next time, or just put it in the fridge. That's fine. We all know that there are many people think about being a vegetarian. It's kind of pretty controversial topic. Which one, like meat eaters or vegetarian diet, is healthier? But as I mentioned earlier, there are many studies from different health-related organizations mentioned that the health benefits are a lot from vegetarian diets, and some of them has already been proved. It's a medical proof that there are true benefits. Okay, now when the sauce is start to simmer, we have to turn it to a lower heat. And about in the last minutes, we'll start making another mixture. We need 1 tablespoon of water, 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, make sure you mix them well before you put into your sauce. And when you pour it inside your sauce, don't forget to continue stirring it. And then allow it to simmer for about another minute. I think it's ready. So the thickness should be like this. And now if your tofu is ready, then you can bring out your tofu bed, because we don't have like so much time to wait for 30 minutes. So I have pre-baked a little bit this morning. And just put in your tofu into the saucepan. And make sure each one is covered with sauce, nicely coated. As I mentioned, tofu is the bean products from soy bean, and it is rich in protein, also high in calcium. So very good for your bone health, especially for senior people. You need to have enough calcium. Because most of the senior people might have arthritis problems, right? So you need to have sufficient calcium. And bean product is really good source for getting calcium protein. The last step is we have to get a bowl or a nice plate. And then put in some rice noodle or cauliflower rice if you don't want to have any carb in your diet. But personally, I prefer quinoa. It's a whole grain and it has a lot of fibers and also high mineral. Then let's put some salad on it. Kale, the one I just mentioned, is a superfood, and it's high in vitamin C, K, and also calcium. Good for your bone health. Some spinach, superfood. Also, I get some cucumber slice and tomato, because they all high in vitamin C, can boost up your immunity. Especially now it's the flu season. You need to have a stronger immune system, right? So get more vitamin C if you can. Then I will add some more nuts, mixed nuts. I crushed them earlier, so nuts is good for your heart. Remember, they have good fats, heart healthy fats, and it's good for preventing heart disease. On top, I will put on our tofu, teriyaki tofu. Then have some sprinkle of sesame seed or sunflower seed, pumpkin seed on top. Okay, the teriyaki tofu salad is ready. I hope you can try to make it at home sometimes, sharing with your friends or family. I'm sure you will be amazed at how delicious it is. Okay, thank you for having us today and thank you for watching. Bye.
Thank you so much. Thanks everyone at the Tian-Jin Temple, and Tracy and Sunny and Jeffrey for making that happen. I'm very hungry now watching that. Maybe we can get the recipe sent to us and we'll post that on the website page.